All right, he's not being aggressive. He's got 3 hours of sleep, maybe 10 in the last 5 days, while his emergency care has been delayed and denied through risk management and basically policy.
Can I respond?
No.
Risk management is not denying care to the emergency room, which is what you're stating.
I ask you not to get aggressive with me and cut me off. Please let me finish. Okay, so that's your opinion. Let me finish, and then you can respond. This is how the civil stuff works. Okay. Basically, a very simple request by somebody who has been essentially tortured for the last 20 years to rescind an illegal policy regarding videotaping. Rescind an illegal policy and procedure regarding patients' rights to videotape. I didn't see in the package that there was a copy of the patient rights, which I've asked for since day one. It's posted behind shiny glass picture frames. It should be a pamphlet. It should be a carryable item. I've requested this on multiple occasions. It's a simple thing, but I can't seem to get patient rights, and hence neither can Jason. So if before we leave here, we can, I guess you have to print it out. A staff member has to print out a copy of their patient rights or the policy for patient rights for just the bullet points that are posted in various areas. I would, if you want a piece of paper to, here you go.
Are you asking for the policy?
No, I'm just asking for what's posted everywhere but not available.
Let me get the policy.
Is it in the policy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it starts with every patient will be treated with dignity and respect. That's the correct one I'm looking for. Okay. Also, since August 3rd, since I've been advocating, I specifically requested that a patient advocate from Zuckerbergs Hospital be present or be introduced to Jason to support him in his care. I was sent a risk manager. Posing as a patient.
Would you like me to respond?
No.
Write it down. You can write it down so that you can address it. And in every meeting afterwards, which I'm not sure is referenced. I haven't had a chance to look over these letters. So let's look at it. No, okay, we'll look at it later. He needs to file charges against the employees and also
Go to my PCP.
start to rebuild trust with his PCP so his primary care physician can be involved. So patient advocate, is Zuckerberg not have a patient advocate that can accommodate people with special requirements? That's another question. Thirdly, there was a phone conversation yesterday, the second call you made to me, in an attempt to circumvent Jason's participation in his care. I was called a second time, and I really would love to hear and have Jason hear what you wanted to discuss with me yesterday that you refused to discuss or put in an email, document. Okay, so that's 3.
So can we do one at a time so that I can address each one?
Yes, but at the end.
Right. 4th, I want to make sure this is recorded. Specifically because you have failed to provide the proper letter to Jason's primary care physician, and B, rescind the illegal videotaping policy. I sent you an email this morning that you said you didn't get.
I received it.
Okay, I CC'd Barbara Garcia, the
Yes.
Director of Public Health.
Yes.
Jason would like to request a meeting with Dr. Garcia, or is she a doctor? I don't know. Barbara Garcia.
Yep.
Let's make this clear. As well as Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Zuckerberg, as their name is on this hospital. And as well as, he would love Dr. Mackesy to attend because he seems to be the only one that gets it. And
So Barbara Garcia, Mark Zuckerberg, Priscilla Chin, and Dr. Mackesy.
correct. Oh, and no risk management in this meeting,
Which will be videotaped.
which will be videotaped. So if you could, that's it. Okay, Maggie.
So Jay is getting the patient rights policy for you, and we'll give you a copy of that. We have a patient advocacy office. Dr. Critchfield is the medical director of patient care experience. The patient advocates work under his direction with as the medical chief experience officer. He serves dual roles. He also is the medical director for risk management. In terms of the call,
Wait a minute,
No, let
Okay.
that suffice.
answering the question, in terms of the call, first of all, I wasn't circumventing you, Mr. Garza. During the meeting, I specifically asked you shut your video camera off so that Diane's phone number would not be recorded, but I specifically asked yesterday if we could call Diane as your patient advocate as any additional follow-up or updates before today's meeting. So the first call was yes to confirm and clarify Alexander Chang's name. That was the first call.
right, because you didn't have the letter that we brought on August 3rd in his medical record.
I personally did not. I was requesting the medical record, which I had not picked up from the HIM department at that
So
time.
is it your position that that letter is in here?
That letter is not in this medical record. That letter was returned to you after the provider
Okay,
reviewed
that's
it.
thank you, okay,
The ER physician reviewed it and then handed it back to you.
great.
Is that the normal procedure?
Is that the normal procedure? When a patient comes in with an emergency letter from his PCP with an emergency referral code on it, should that go in the patient's file or is it customary to handle that?
Maybe we should ask the guy from licensing and certification. He would know what is required under
This
best
is a medical
practices.
record inquiry. I can ask that question for medical records. We do not work in medical records.
Okay.
We're not the appropriate people.
But your
to
risk
ask.
management, you would think you would
Correct.
know.
Okay, just clarification.
So that was the first call I made to you, just to confirm the name, because I wanted to appropriately spell
Well,
the
you
name.
also stated that you couldn't provide the policy on the 16.06. You said it wasn't your...
That's incorrect.
Well, we'll never know because it wasn't on
That's incorrect.
videotape.
Yesterday on videotape, you asked me for the policy, and yesterday on videotape, I said I did not have it, but I would get it for you.
Right.
This morning, I have provided you that.
Right. The phone call, unfortunately, in between where you said, oh, I'm not going to get that for you.
That's not correct.
Okay. It's a
That's
matter of...
not.
That's okay. That's why now everything is being written.
Exactly. Okay.
The third call I made to you was to provide you an update so that you were prepared today, because you specifically wanted to know about the policies from the other facilities.
Correct. Which...
We didn't get into the conversation yesterday because you wanted me to put it in writing because you were busy. I said that I would not be replying to you in an email, that we would have the conversation today. So let me reiterate, I am not an employee of UCSF, CPMC, or Stanford. Since I am not their representative, I cannot, on record, share with you what their policy is or what they stated regarding video recording.
So who is your employer exactly?
I'm employed by Zuckerbergs San Francisco's General Hospital, Department of Public Health.
Okay, I just have a really quick interjection here. So are you telling me basically that all hospitals, let's say in the Bay Area, if they have a bad policy or something that's not working, they don't help each other out by trying to say, hey, listen, guys, this happened to us. We want to be sure it doesn't happen to you guys. I mean, there is no interfacing between hospitals when it comes to major issues such as this?
Yesterday, you asked me if I would make a courtesy and to facilitate the referral process, if we would call those hospitals to ask if they had policies and if we can get a copy. I did that courtesy request. They do not normally transfer policies to
I understand.
outside
This is a
facilities.
separate question. Do you not have a procedure set into place
There is no procedure
For when you
whereby
know-
hospitals must
share information? Okay,
Okay.
that was my question.
Again, I'm not a representative, so I can't speak on their behalf.
Okay, so
They're happy for you to address them and ask them those questions. So that's the call.
okay, so that was just to update me on that.
Just that,
Okay.
just to give you an update, so because you were expecting that I was going to have those policies, and I wanted to give you an
No,
update.
that's not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting any phone calls
Well, it was
until.
It was a courtesy update,
Okay.
nothing else.
So, which leads to the multiple phone calls yesterday.
And you've indicated in an email that I
Mhm.
received this morning and yesterday that you do not want phone calls made to you, even though I asked your permission.
No,
Regardless.
specifically, I do not want administrative phone calls regarding his emergency care. Hey, we've rescinded the policy. Bring Jason in. We can't wait to help him.
So we've taken a position that we will no longer be making phone calls or email correspondence regarding these administrative inquiries that you're making. There's many inquiries
I'm
contained
confused
in your
because
emails.
you said basically you wanted to be written. Isn't an email written? So is this another hoop?
No, they're
that I'm-
doing letters.
We will
But isn't
do,
that the same thing? I mean,
Right.
isn't an email a letter? I'm confused. It's easier for me, you know. I mean,
And-
I'm gonna have to go
and the
somewhere and
delay
type
of
up
time.
letters.
I know,
and-
it's another-
So I'm just trying to ask, is it another risk management ploy? I mean,
We
to
will-
me, emailing is documentation. I asked that it be documented, so I don't understand the thing about the, but I'm putting it on camera for the YouTube audience.
And it's another delay deny. I mean, it takes longer,
well,
obviously.
you're asking not to be in contact with risk management, so therefore I didn't, specifically in your.
That's not entirely.
In this
well,
email.
Moving forward.
In the,
Yeah.
do you have the folder? In this email, clearly states, you don't want that conversation with risk management, so therefore I did not reply. I am the director of risk management, therefore I did not reply to your email this
Okay.
morning.
And I'd like to correct you again because you don't seem to get the spirit of the email. For Jason's medical care, no risk managers, please. Patient advocates, ADA representatives, people who are on his side only. Because it's a dichotomy.
Dr. Critchfield, the Department of Risk Management and Hospital Leadership is working to remedy your inquiries.
The administrative inquiries and the necessary letters.
And-
May I ask what you mean by remedy? Because the remedy is to rescind the policy, which it has not been.
very
So
simple.
I do not understand your terminology. I have an adjustment disorder. You continue to throw out English words that don't mean anything, and then when I question you on them, I don't get a valid response. Thank you, Cameron, for recording this. Could you please tell me what you mean by remedy?
So Dr. Critchfield, as the medical director, patient advocate, and chief experience officer, as well as the medical director of risk management,
Could you please answer the question and tell me what you mean by
we will
remedy?
be working with you and the city attorney's office to answer these questions. Going forward, we are sending all further inquiries and administrative inquiries that you refer to.
For the third time.
To the city attorney's office.
Thank you. For the third
And
time.
we will be providing written correspondence after they provide us.
Thank you.
legal
For the third
counsel.
time, could you please explain to me what the word that just came out of your mouth, remedy, means?
Remedy, resolve.
What does that mean,
Okay,
resolve?
we're
Because
not, we're not going to engage in a conversation of semantics and language.
there is
You
no
already have,
conversation of
so-
semantics and
That's
language.
okay, that's
So
all right.
we're not going to set
Okay.
aside.
Thank you. It's on video.
Okay, so.
So if we want to move on to number 4.
Yes.
Number 4, that we failed to provide a letter to Dr. Chang. We have provided a letter to Dr. Chang despite the fact that it doesn't meet your satisfaction. We have
In our request.
provided a letter.
Bare minimum does not suffice.
The last item is that you are requesting a meeting with Barbara Garcia, Mark Zuckerberg, Priscilla Chan, Dr. McCursey, and no risk management. And I will again place that request with the city attorney's office. And you
Right,
will
so
hear
we should-
you will receive written correspondence about that item.
How long will that be?
I can't provide that answer for you.
And do you have an address that you're gonna send this to?
Well, I'm going to confirm an address that we can send correspondence to.
I would request, Jason, email?
Yes,
That
because that's
the response
documentation.
accommodate
Okay, so if you
his, he's sick and you want to wait him to wait.
So what email for Mr. Garza?
The one you've been using.
Well,
Jason,
we've been
Graham,
using Diane's email.
Well, then hold on a second. Let me
Jason,
take
if you
this
could
off.
provide
Hold
your
on.
Email.